What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So let's talk about Shiba Inu coin in this video. Now, I know a lot of people, when they see $100 to $1 million, or $270 to $3 million, or $8,000 to $5 billion, just sounds like something that's ridiculous. You know, you turned a certain amount into millions or billions. Sounds ridiculous. Well, I'm going to tell you how I'm going to turn $270 into $3 million with Shiba Inu coin over a certain period of time. And most people know my plan that have, watched my channel and, me talk about Shiba Inu, but we're going to go through some of the same concepts today, just to basically break that down and also talk about what's happening now that's kind of, confirming exactly what I thought, or the whole process of how I think this is going to play out. So guys, make sure you hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out my links down in the description. If you guys want to join my Patreon, please do so. I have a lot of crypto content as well as stock content, investing stuff. If you guys want me to go over different series, we can definitely do that. But definitely check out the link in the description. It breaks down everything that you need to know about the Patreon. So anyways, let's go ahead and dive into this. We're going to look at Shiba Inu first, just understand what's going on with the information here and how I can assess what's going on in Coinbase, right? So right now we're seeing a circulating supply, which is probably the most important part, of 549 trillion. Now, why is that important, right? Circulating supply equals price to where you're going to really get that to. So you have circulating supply plus price equals market cap, right? Market cap has to get to a reasonable amount in order to see the price at a great price. You're not going to see market cap at $100 trillion or, $200 trillion or $1 quadrillion. You're not going to see that. So to see it to an extent to where it actually lines up with a lot of the coins that are out there, that makes sense. Right now, it's on the list. I think it's like 12th or 15th or something like that on the list. So it's sitting within, the top 25 really, but it's at $22.3 billion market cap. But circulating supply is very important. You can see here today in the last 24 hours, the volume has increased. It's up 95%. Popularity is 11th. So it has gone down a little bit from the last time I checked. The hold time, typical hold time, is still 26 days. So people are holding it for a lot longer than the last time I checked. The trading activity, people are buying it a lot more than they're selling it, but that's all the standard information. You can see the price is down to 4,005. Let's go with that because I don't want to say 0.00004005. I don't want to say that. So 4,005, that's where the price actually is. You could see that earlier today it was up to 4,300. Now it just dropped below 4,000. And you could see here that it was actually down to 3,600, right? In the past, let's go back a month, you could see that this was up in the level of, 8,000 or close to 9,000, right? Which was a really high price, right? A really high price to pay. That was basically at that $40 billion market cap, $45 billion market cap, way above where Dogecoin actually was. A lot of things were making a move. This was making a move. We were really excited about it, but it started to decrease down. And this was all after they added circulating supply. Now, people will think that adding the circulating supply is a good thing. For me, people will think that adding circulating supply is a bad thing. For me, it's a good thing. So it's the opposite of how we look, because my overall goal was to have that run for a number of years. For people that are holding now and looking for a quick gain, I understand it. You get your gain, you go off into the sunset, and now you're spending your money, sipping whatever by the beach. But for me, I'm looking for a long-term move, and I mean long-term, not just saying, oh, I'm going to hold for a year and see what this can do. I'm holding for, it was 3 to 10 years. It's 5 to 10 years now. I know that this is going to play out in probably somewhere in between that 5 to 10 year mark, to where we're going to see things start to churn a lot differently. And the way that I'm basing this off of is the amount of time it really takes for crypto to move. And somewhere around that 8-year mark, that's where you start to see Bitcoin get to these crazy levels, Ethereum get to these crazy levels. 10-year mark, you probably start to see crazy highs, like Bitcoin's probably going to reach 100K, maybe even 200K by that time. And that's what a lot of people are talking about. But Shiba Inu will be different, or it will be kind of the same when it comes to that. It'll actually rise to a crazy price because the circulating supply will decrease. The whole thought behind Shiba Inu is to burn it. the instant that this was created, half was sent off to a place to where it was going to be burned, and 410 what was it, 410 trillion coins were burned off, literally half the supply, to make it reasonable and to compete, right? And that's absolutely phenomenal to see, because then it creates that mentality that it's a burn coin. Let's burn this all off. And when it gets to a point, it starts to become a reality that this can get to 1 cent or $1 or $2 or whatever, depending how much actually gets burned off. So when I look at this, I'm looking at a lot of people on the internet saying, hey, we need to burn off this many. Hey, we need to burn off this many. Hey, let's try and burn off 50%. Let's create a system burn maybe. And all of those things create the mindset, or, kind of reassure that mindset that I have, that it's a burn coin. So why does that make $270 turn into $3 million or $5 million or whatever you actually have? Because right now I have 9 million coins. So technically it would turn into $9 million. I'm saying $3 million because I know I'll have some portion of where I pull out later, because that's just what smart investors do. But I'll explain that maybe in an exit strategy video if you guys want me to go through that for Shiba Inu. But again, that'll be a long-term move. But you can see here that it's kind of confirming what I'm thinking. First, we're going to see people that were holding for such a long time sell some of their Shiba. We're not going to see as many people holding Shiba Inu. Popularity is going to go down, which creates more of a demand for a large burn, a system burn. And when that actually happens, you're going to see 50%, or you're going to see 60% or 70% get burned off. And once that does happen, it creates more popularity, which you'll eventually see another burn. It's not just going to be a burn based on what you're burning and what I'm burning, because if that's the case, I've gone through the numbers, and the numbers show that you need to burn 150 billion coins per day in order to get to a reasonable amount, a reasonable amount being 1 trillion coins. Right? We're looking at 549 trillion coins. You need to burn off 150 billion coins per day in order to get down to 1 trillion coins by the 10th year, by year 10 from today, basically. So that's obviously a little bit ridiculous to be able to burn off 150 billion coins per day. You look at Shiba, you look at Dogecoin, and they add 5.2 billion coins per year. So that's a little bit tough to say. Right now, the rate that we're burning it at, we burned, I think it was 700 million in I think it was like 7 days. So it's taking forever to basically burn some based on us. And that's because it's basically saying, hey, you buy some and you throw away your own money in order to burn it, right? Unless it gets to such a low price to where $100 burns off, billions of coins. That would be amazing. But it's also not a reality right now. So when it gets to the point to where people can buy more coins and burn them off, then you'll see a lot more that's burned off then versus the amount that's burned off now. However, you'll start to see that price increase as coins get burned off. So why is my plan to turn 270 into 3 million? Why don't I just take a $300,000 gain if it gets to $300,000, or, $50,000 gain? Well, I've seen that before. I've seen $50,000. I've seen $60,000. I've seen $100,000. Why not, push something that's $270, take a little bit of profit. I'm not saying take all of it. Take a little bit of profit so that you can put maybe $100,000 into other investments, so that your money, the $270 is safe, plus an extra $99,000 is safe as well into other investments that could also multiply. That's what I'm going to do. But I'm also going to turn that money into $3 million. I feel like that's the best bet that you can do, is to create something that could be retirement income for you, and a long-term move as well, looking at 10 years and not making a move out of it, right? So that's my opinion on it. I feel like this could be really, really big, and it will be really, really big when you look at Shiba Inu as a whole. And I'm not saying in this video that I turned $270 into $3 million. That is my plan, to turn $270 that I invested into this position to $3 million. At the end, I expect to have 3 million coins. Shiba Inu is going to be worth $1 per coin or close to it. And I will accept when it is at $3 million or somewhere around that range, right? So I'm going to turn $270 into 3 million, or let's say 2.7 million. I'm going to say 3 million, but 2.7 million. So that's my plan. Let me know what you think about it. I understand that hearing that this could possibly get to a penny is a little bit weird, because a lot of people say that it really can't. There's some people that say that it can at the current state, which is stupid. And anybody that's taking that advice at all, saying that this can get to a penny at the current stage with the current supply, is dumb. The only way that could possibly happen is if we had an influx of people that decided they don't want to sell, and then it gets to prices to where they possibly have hundreds of thousands, if not millions in their account, and you're telling me they're not going to sell. If you have millions in your account and you do not take that profit, I will think you're stupid, because you have to. If it's something that's that big of an increase, you physically have to take some sort of a profit and realize that you're gaining life-changing amounts of money. And even if it does have a possibility of growing even more, you take some of that and you put it into other investments that could possibly make you the same amount of money. You have $1 million that you gain from one position, and you take $100,000 and you just take maybe $100 here and there and put them on other positions that you believe in for maybe a long term, you can see some massive profits just off of that $1,000 that you may have invested there. And now you have $99,000 to put anywhere else that you want. So anyways, that's my overall thought, where Shiba Inu is going to go, the prediction, why I think I'm going to turn 270 into 3 million. And you let me know what you think. I know it sounds a little bit ridiculous. I know. But once that supply decreases, once they lose popularity and you create a system burn plus all of the burn that's going on, I think it's going to be a really big move for this coin, because they're always going to want to stay relevant. That's the thing about a coin. That's the thing about crypto. Crypto is about popularity. And if you do not have popularity, the coin means nothing. So Shiba Inu is going to do everything they can to stay relevant. And introducing that supply, they needed a time to where they can introduce that supply. And this was the time. It's good that they introduced it. They still have some supply that they can introduce, which will suck, because you're going to get down to that point to where maybe they burn off a hell of a lot, and it gets down to instead of 100 trillion or 500 trillion, you're looking at 50 trillion. Well, now they add on the other like 40 trillion that they have there, and they get it back up to close to 100 trillion. So that will suck. It will really, really suck once they decide to dilute it even more. But we'll see how that plays out. And we know for a fact that they're going to do that, because they did this secretively. And I don't care that they did this secretively. I care about making money for myself and you guys making money as well. So this is my plan. I'm going to play it out. It's $270. It's not like it's going to kill me or burn my pockets or anything. It's going to sit in my Coinbase Pro account for a long period of time. But that's my video, guys. 13-minute long video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. If you guys want to get crypto information or anything, check out the Patreon link in the description below. If you guys want to talk about day trading crypto, swing trading crypto, please let me know. We can always go through that as well. I really want to do something there, because I feel like crypto is better for movement, for volatility. But anyways, that's my video, guys. I'm going to get out of here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.